What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the show. Welcome to BombCast. If you've already been here with us, we appreciate you coming back. If you're brand new to the show, we appreciate you finally coming through. This is basically BombCast, everything that you possibly need to know today, right? What can we talk about today? Plenty of things, but I have to tell you this before we go any further that this right here is absolutely disgusting. Now, it's Sour Patch Kids Ghost Energy Drink. I thought it was going to be okay, but it's absolutely disgusting. It tastes like if somebody probably ate a bunch of Sour Patch Kids, chewed them in their mouth for probably about 10 seconds or so, and spit them in your mouth, right? So please, do yourself a favor and don't buy this trash. It might be for somebody. It's just not for me. I'll drink it. Because obviously I paid for it, and I don't want to waste my hard-earned $2. But it's a little bit too much. Anyways, we finally made it, guys. We finally made it to Friday. Friday the 18th. The Dow Jones is absolutely closed for today. They're going to be saying it's Good Friday, so shout outs to those guys, shout outs to you, shout outs to Good Friday. And it happened at the best of times when the Dow Jones is still taking a big dump. I mean, absolute colossal dump. So shout outs to that. We can just say that Good Friday saved all of us, right? So shout outs to Good Friday. I'm pretty excited about the weekend coming up. This is basically going to be my last weekend. Before I have to go back in the world of working, which is absolutely horrific. It's not fun. I actually thought about it, and for a few good moments, I was like, I don't want to go back to work. I think I should go back to work just so I can kind of keep myself, in the line of things happening. And obviously chicken eggs are still pretty expensive, right? So we might have to go. I might have to go. But anyways, hopefully everyone is doing well out there. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so I can get some subs, so I can get some likes, so I can get more views, so I can ride around in more fancy cars, right? Shout outs to Ricky Baby. All right, let's get it. So first off, I've kind of gone through a few things I've written down that are kind of happening as we kind of speak. So off the rip, I want to talk about Messiah Nantwi. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Nonetheless, this poor guy. Now he probably was a complete bastard. I don't know. I don't know, but all I know is that this guy was beaten to death, and 10 people, 10 officers, had been charged with some sort of part of his quote unquote death or homicide. And that's kind of crazy because, as you guys can probably remember, uh, this has been happening more times than none. I think this is the second time, mind you, that this kind of thing has happened this year. And they were both, I think, in New York. I think they were both in New York State, the state of New York, and this guy was beaten to death. He was only 22 years old. Obviously, he had, some sort of run in with the law. But they seemingly beat this poor guy to death. And it's a big hoopla. Obviously, you have a lot of people that it's like, saying, you beat this man to death. I mean, you can't be beating people to death. Of course, the whole race thing comes through, like, oh, you're beating black people to death. So it's a big problem, obviously. And they're on trial. They're on trial. The guy has obviously already died. I want to see where he was actually, I guess, placed at, what prison he was at, so we can kind of have that. Mid-state correctional facility. Seemingly, this guy was in a mid-state correctional facility. Uh, in Marcy, New York. So he was basically beaten on the died March 1st. So obviously this isn't probably anything of new news, but he was beaten at the Mid-State Correctional Facility in Marcy, New York, near Utica. Is that how you pronounce it, Utica? I guess so. Well, I guess he's not from New York. Oh my gosh. Fuck you. Anyways, this poor guy was beaten in Utica March 1st, and it's an ongoing trial on that to see what they can do. Obviously, there has to be some sort of justice. The people are probably not saying, unless you're absolutely full of shit, that this guy was a saint. Because obviously you may have done something problematic to, get yourself in some sort of et cetera, et cetera. But it's still like, can you legally beat the F out of this guy and have zero consequences? So we'll see what the heck happens. It's probably going to turn out to be an absolute like race fest. It's like one of those, you have the this side saying and then that side, so it's going to be crazy. It's going to be absolutely psychotic. And the fireworks are probably gonna, explode somewhere. But it's gonna be interesting because it's a totally different like spectrum now, right? So it's like the shit that could go down, right? Like probably 5, 10 years ago, it's probably not going to happen, this, that, and the other. Sadly enough, probably under the Trump administration. So I want to see how they kind of like react to that, because it's going to be interesting of like where this falls into. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think the first quote unquote beating of the other guy, the other inmate, was under the Trump administration. Now, I don't want to, this is BombCast, bitch. But anyways, it may have actually been under the Trump administration as well. So I don't know what the hell is going on, but you have to do your due diligence. I don't want you to be like a little UFO satellite, being an absolute nut job, right? But it's kind of peculiar, right? This is just basically to, feed you stuff so you can kind of, see what the F is going on and, just think. just think about it. I don't know. Just do something. Anyways, I think we're going a little bit too fucking fuzzy in that little subject, so off I go, right? Just joking. Next things next. Let's see what we got. Phoenix Eichner. Oh my gosh. Oh man. I think it's going to be another 30-minute one, guys. I don't know. Phoenix Eichner. So this poor guy, I think he was a former student or something like that, but we know he's a sheriff's deputy's son. So long story short, I think his mom is basically like the sheriff's deputy. And obviously Phoenix is her son, right? Long story short, our guy committed a school shooting. So supposedly that's what's going on. We really don't know what the heck is going on because he doesn't want to talk too much, right? And long story short, there's supposedly two killed in Florida State, the Florida State University. and six injured, right? So it's kind of like a big fucking mess there. People are wondering like, why the hell did this guy, shoot up a flipping school? I mean, he basically looked like he had everything going for him, but the kid just fucking snapped. The kid supposedly just fucking snapped, shot up the damn school, and people are just like wondering what the F, right? Listening to church bells in the midst, wondering, wow, did that really just happen, buddy? It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. This is obviously coming at a pretty, like, iffy time where, just there's not a lot of confidence. There's just zero fucking confidence, like, in a lot of things. And this just adds it on. When you see a quote unquote, preppy type, white child, right? Just basically go ass crack crazy. People have to start asking questions like, buddy, what the fuck is going on here? Right? What the hell? It's not funny. It's not funny, but it's like, wow. Shit's kind of crazy, buddy. So Phoenix Eichner, hopefully I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He obviously, well, I don't want to say obviously. He may have been the Florida State shooter. He was currently in the hospital as of yesterday. He may be, dismissed or what have you, with non-life threatening injuries. So we'll see what the heck happens with that. It's tough though. I mean, it could have been a lot fucking worse. I think that school carries about 40,000 uh, people or students, and also staff. So I mean, it could have been a big fucking mess. So hopefully it gets unraveled of why did this happen? What the hell did this, transpire about? Of what reasons and things of that nature. So hopefully the loved ones in FSU kind of, get that taken care of. You know, uh, Condolences to them, condolences to, Phoenix and stuff like that. Cause I mean, you never know what the fuck, they're thinking about, and things of that nature. Some of them probably, they just want to do it for the kicks. People, they might have something going on, right? So condolences to all of them. It's a very sad time, for FSU and also Florida, right? Also Florida, the state of Florida. So that's about that. But two killed, six injured, Florida State University. Moving right along. Now, this right here, right, isn't very, new news. I think it happened, uh, I think around a week ago. Let me see what the heck happened. But this is basically the helicopter crash that crashed in the Hudson River. Now, I don't know how the hell, I guess I've just been too fucking busy. But I must have missed it. I must have missed reporting on that because there must have been some sort of like happening that just took my attention away from that. But let's see what the heck happened. It's the helicopter crash that killed basically everybody on board. I think it killed six people. It crashed into Hudson River. And I want to know when the heck it happened, right? And this is happening like more times than none now. And I want to kind of get into it. I don't want to be like one of those, space cadets, like what the fuck is going on type shit. But it's just kind of peculiar to me. That's all I'm trying to tell you. That's all I'm trying to tell you, buddy. Okay, it might be the fourth. The when the fuck did this happen? I think it may have happened the 12th. The 12th of April. It may have been the 12th. I think it was probably about I'd say probably about a week and a half ago. But anyways, I want to get into like what the heck happened because I've listened to accounts and things of that nature, and I'm just wondering like what the fuck is going on, right? So long story short, this helicopter pilot basically was doing tours of the Hudson River. He picks up a family, and then all hell breaks loose. I mean, it was like the Kobe Bryant helicopter crash on like crack. It was just what the f, right? And they supposedly, and I don't know how the heck they always seemingly have like some sort of video now because everybody must be fucking taping, but they supposedly have a video of this helicopter just going absolutely fucking crazy and then crashing. I mean, it wasn't just okay, it's like it's falling and then it crashes. It was like turning like fucking insane in the air. And what makes it even more peculiar is like there was no fucking rotor. It was like the rotor popped off. It's basically I think the thing that actually propels the little bitch around, right? So it's like, oh my god, bro. How the hell did that happen? Was it pilot error? Did they give these poor bastards a fucked up helicopter? What the fuck happened, bud? What the fuck happened? I don't know. But what we do know is it crashed in basically the Hudson River near fucking Jersey, and it just absolutely went fucking ass crack crazy. Like everybody died, and it was just fucking horrific. And people just don't know what the hell happened with that. And I don't know, man. I don't flipping know. It's crazy, dude. It is absolutely freaking crazy to see that, but I don't know. I've got a lot of questions. People are even having like some sort of like conspiracy theories. I haven't really gotten into that because I really don't feel like going down that fucking tube. But nonetheless, it's very sad. It was like a family of like I think five. It was five people, and then the helicopter pilot was the sixth. And it's just sad to see, man. It's really sad to see. But yeah, they all died, and it was like one of the most insane looking, helicopter crashes uh I've basically seen ever. I mean, it just other than the one right in January where that Black Hawk kills the passenger plane and everybody like supposedly dies. It was like 300-400 people. That was one of the most insane helicopter crashes ever. I mean, so this type of stuff has been happening like kind of a lot, and I'm just wondering like what the fuck is going on, bro? So the answers are still waiting to be, given because I haven't gotten any answers. There haven't been lots of, answers other than like the everyday, okay, well, shit happens, right? But it was kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. Also, I watched the video of that Black Hawk helicopter that crashed into that big ass passenger plane, and that's kind of crazy too. I mean, it looked like the helicopter directly went to that plane. I mean, it was just the craziest, most surreal thing ever. Uh, you know, and I don't know if they effed up on that. I don't know if like obviously like the coordinates got fucked up, but it was a big mess. It was a big fucking mess. I think it happened like January or something like that. But anyways, that's basically about that. Absolutely insane. I don't know. It was just sad to see. But I wouldn't be flying anytime soon. Just kidding. They're telling us everything is okay, children. Everything is a okay. Anyways, that's basically about that. Oh, the stock market took a fucking tumble. The Dow Jones was down like 500 points or some shit like that, and it's crazy. So we started dealing with like the tariffs and all that, and it's just pretty sad. It's pretty sad to watch because it's just where the hell does this dog and pony act fucking go? Zelensky is still begging for money. The U.S. is basically like, fuck you, buddy. You didn't give us anything in return, so we basically have to go somewhere else, or Zelensky has to go somewhere else because he's not just, he's basically, for what I'm seeing, trying to pimp out his country. This is kind of like my outlook on that. It's like he's trying to pimp out his country and skedaddle the fuck out with all the money and just, don't basically give anything up because he has to understand, even if he puts like fucking King Kong to, basically protect his, well, Ukraine, right? Because I don't think it's his country. I mean, I think this guy is a fucking cunt. No offense. I kind of like him, but it's like Zelensky, you're kind of cunnish, man. But anyways, what were you saying? Yeah, you can put King fucking Kong in Ukraine, and the Russians, are probably not going to have it. They're just probably not going to fucking have it, and that's just kind of the way it is. Um, so long story short, it's just kind of how it goes. So, point being, even if you like sell the whole fucking Ukraine for like whatever much they think they're going to sell it for, if even if that's what they're doing, it's not going to happen because Russia is probably going to open another can of fucking psycho shit and fucking go crazy on that bitch again. So, good luck with that. I don't know what the fuck they're trying to do. It's all about these fucking minerals. I mean, can't you go down the road and get some fucking minerals from like, somebody else? No, they have to be Ukrainian fucking minerals or some shit. I don't know, bro. It's just like absolute ass everywhere. And so it's like, what the fuck ever, man. So yeah. Yeah, China is building like its most humongous military facility ever. It's like 1,500 acres. They're building it. 1,500 fucking acres. Can you imagine that, dude? 1,500 fucking acres? That's insane, man. That's insane. 1,500 acres is going to be the world's largest military fucking base in the world. 1,500 fucking acres. Absolutely psychotic. It's just crazy, and the poor little bastards. They're so happy about the Taiwan semiconductor stock going up, and I'm thinking to myself, buddy, are you fucking crazy? Are you fucking insane? So they're talking about how Taiwan semiconductor is like going a stellar 2% up for the day. That's how fucked the Dow Jones probably is. And, I'm thinking to myself, bro, you have fucking China over there, just like with big fucking, eyes staring at this fucking little toad waiting to annihilate it. And you're fucking, having a fucking orgasm for like 2%, man. 2% fucking Taiwan semiconductor stock going up. It's just like, what the fuck, dude? Absolutely crazy. Totally out of touch. Out of tune. I don't fucking know, man. I don't know. Shit's crazy. But yeah, it's just it's fucked up. It's fucked up, and that's just the way it is. Russia is fucking basically bitching if Poland does anything to like what was it, Belarus or something like that. If they do anything to Belarus, it's like an act against Russia, and they're going to start trying to whoop that ass too. So it's a big a bitch slapathon everywhere. It's like pow, crazy man, freaking crazy. And that is basically about that. Jenny, just kidding. Yeah, I think we're about done with that. But yeah, Friday, thank you, Lord. Hallelujah. Oh, I'm pretty excited. I'm not pretty excited about starting to work again. I mean, I just, I gotta hit the big time, guys. I gotta hit the big flipping time. Because it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy to like, sit there like a lump. Oh my gosh, and fucking work all day. I'm so happy I fucking ran into this because I didn't fucking write it down. Anyways, a U.S. I forgot about this, but this I wanted to put in my fucking segment. Last but not least, and we're done, right? A U.S. military vet, right, hijacked a plane in Belize, right? Officials say he was shot dead after stabbing three. I'm fucking happy I finally got to this shit. Oh my god, fucking hell. So, long story short, this guy, this military vet of like 20 years, he supposedly had like some sort of office job. He fucking hijacks a plane in Belize or going to Belize. It was like a little, charter plane of like 14 people. And seemingly he was shot dead after stabbing three. Absolutely fucking insane. So this guy goes crazy, right? Which seemingly that's like the narrative for like the last probably, I don't know, 4 fucking years. 4 plus years, and it's just like, damn. So this guy, he was some military vet. Let's see, what the hell is this? He was killed Thursday after hijacking a small airplane in Belize at knife point. So this guy basically garnished a knife and started cutting people on the fucking plane until he was shot dead by supposedly one of the people on board, right? The pilot eventually managed to land the airplane outside Belize City, and I forgot what the heck his name is. I'm trying to find his name. Let me see what the heck is going on. Last name Taylor was identified Thursday as Akinyela Sawa Taylor, military vet, U.S. citizen, hijacks a plane in Belize and gets shot dead. Once again, absolutely psychotic stuff. Like, where the fuck are people's minds at, guys? Absolutely fucking mind splattered. Fucking crazy, insane. And that's basically about that. They did like a news report of like, one of the cousins or nephews or something, and the kid didn't even know. He was like, what the heck are you talking about, buddy? Absolutely fucking insane. Another military vet going crazy. And that's basically about it. Anyways, guys, this has been an absolutely crazy bombcast with lots of crazy stuff, right? I think we're done for today. I think we're done for the week. And off to the weekend we go. Appreciate everybody tuning in. We're going to be coming back hopefully Monday. I might have to do a late day drop because your boy might be working. Your boy might be working Monday. I gotta check the hours, but I think it's like either 8 to 5 or 9 to 5 or something like that. So we're gonna fucking get it. Got it good. Appreciate it. Don't do anything stupid. And take care, guys. Take care. Adios, amigos.